Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. So, welcome to another video, and this video is very important because it is about the Scrum Master for which we are preparing here for the role, the Scrum Master. Okay, so who is the Scrum Master? So, we do have this confusion like, is the project manager same the Scrum Master? No, that's not correct. That's totally an incorrect assumption because Scrum Master comes under Scrum team and project manager does not come under it. Okay, and Scrum Master is more of a servant leader. What does that mean? Servant leader, because what is Scrum leader? Sorry, what is servant leader? Servant leader is someone who is leading a team but who is for whom it is more important that impediments or issues or concerns that are coming or becoming hurdle for the team in order to achieve that product goal or that sprint goal in shorter term. So that so it will be the duty of Scrum Master that those impediments should be removed first. That's why he or she is called servant leader, because leadership does not give you just the authority. You become the servant leader, that your first purpose is to remove the impediments. You have to serve the team. Okay, you should not be claiming authority all the times. So your first work should be that you should have that serving attitude towards the team, and then you are also accountable for Scrum effectiveness. So whatever events are there, so all those events should be very effective. It is your duty to make those events effective. Okay, and what else Scrum Master does? Scrum Master is the teacher. What does it mean by being teacher? He or she is the person who is going to explain about Scrum principles, practices, or whatever comes under Scrum to the person, to the leadership, and to the different domains of that particular organization. So it is the duty of Scrum Master to do that, like to spreading the information about it, providing knowledge around Agile, providing knowledge around the Scrum framework or other frameworks when it is required. Okay, and apart from it, coaching is something which is very much central to the role of Scrum Master. So how does a Scrum Master coaches, and to whom he or she coaches? So coaching refers to the active way of propagating knowledge around Scrum framework. Okay, so how one does that? By asking the powerful questions. Here you do not have to passively tell about the Scrum framework or the other things about around the, like for example, sprint events. No, you just not need to just preach about the kind of practices which comes under Scrum. You have to be very active while you are delivering coaching. So in coaching, what you do, you'll be asking the right questions. For example, developers have come across with some impediments, some problems have come in the road towards achieving sprint goal. So you will not be like, being a Scrum Master, you should not be like that, okay, you got this problem, let me handle this problem. No, that should not be done. You have to coach the team. You have to maybe you can like within daily Scrum, or maybe you can conduct a different meeting where you are gathering all the developers and then you are asking to them that what is the problem. Okay, what is your point of view, how we can solve this problem? Have we ever got this problem earlier? And if we got this problem earlier, what solution we have gave for that? So these kind of questions we have to come up, and then asking like, how much time do you think that we can take in order to solve this problem, and what are our dependencies on the other teams? how can we reduce those dependencies. So when you'll be asking these kind of questions, then it will channelize the critical thinking among the developers, and they'll come up with the brilliant solutions by themselves. So basically you have to make them self manage. So that is the meaning of coaching. And similar goes to the product owner as well. Like a product owner does not know how to create a product roadmap or product vision. So it is the duty of Scrum Master to coach the product owner with some basic details which will help product owner to do whatever problems he or she is facing. Say if product owner is not sure like how he or she should create product vision. So being a Scrum Master, it is your duty that you should coach the product owner that you have to prioritize the product value, and you have to prioritize the business impact, you have to prioritize the customer satisfaction while you are creating a product vision. So if you will give that much information, that will lead to the critical thinking, and it will help in creating the right vision, the product vision for that particular product. So this is how you will coach the product owner. Similarly, like if stakeholders, if we talk about stakeholders, so how being a Scrum Master you will coach stakeholders. So let's take an example of sprint review. So in sprint review, what do? We demonstrate whatever increment we have made, whatever working software we have created throughout the sprint, we have to showcase it to the customers, right, to the stakeholders. So if stakeholders are just passively, they are sitting and they are just listening to you, to the developer who is demonstrating it. So it is your duty, being a Scrum Master, that you will ask to these stakeholders that are you okay with this, are we delivering what is being required from our side, or do we need to change something? Do you have to say anything, like do you want to give any kind of feedback, what else we can do to increase the business value? Okay, so that will help them in thinking critically, and then they'll be able to give better feedback to us. Okay, and ultimately that will help in building the quality product. So this is how you'll coach. Okay, and similar goes for organization. Like some organization is not following the Scrum framework as of now, so you'll ask those questions like how do you think how like this framework can help you in maybe increasing your productivity, such kind of questions. Okay, that will we have to do it so that the person whom we are coaching, he or she himself goes into thinking mode, like how things need to be done, and so they themselves will start adopting these values. We have to basically make them self managed through our coaching. Okay, now next, Scrum Master is also acts as, he or she also acts as facilitator. So what does it mean by facilitator? That you are facilitating an event, you should not dominate everything there. For example, sprint planning is going on, so being a Scrum Master you are facilitating that. So it does not mean that you will become the person who is saying everything, who is talking most of the times. No, being a Scrum Master, 80% of your time should go in listening to others. It is just the 20% of times that you will be speaking, and you will pitch in only when it is required. For example, if we talk about the sprint this backlog refinement session. Okay, so in this session what happens, that product owner is the one who is going to prioritize backlogs, but for that we need discussion from developer side, that they will discuss each and every story that we have created, and they'll go through it, they will analyze if acceptance criteria is written there, if subtasks are created there. So they will do this, but for example, within the sprint planning itself, developers will they'll start saying that this story we should keep at first, and this story we should keep at second. So then you'll pitch in that this is not the duty of developers to do so. It is the authority of product owner that he or she is going to prioritize or order those stories. Okay, there you have to pitch in. That is what facilitation refers to, that you are speaking when it is required. You are becoming enabler rather than hand holding everything. You are not going to do that. Okay, you have to be enabler. So that is facilitation. So in different events, so I have given example of sprint planning. Same goes in daily scrum, sprint reviews, retrospective, and refinement. Okay, about these things we'll be studying in detail in later videos, so don't worry about it. Then scrum master is the person who is mentor. What does it mean by mentor? It refers to that you being scrum master, you must be having some experience from your past, where you have come across certain challenges, and you must have taken some some path in order to solve those problems. So you have to share those experiences with your team while you will be collaborating with the team. Okay, so that your experiences can help them solving today's problems. That is mentorship refers to. Okay, and then the agile skills, like whatever agile skills you have, you can provide those skills to the team members. Like this is the agile mindset that you need to develop in order to solve the problems, or in order to maybe increase your productivity at work. So your experiences and your thought process will be helping your team. Okay, that is mentorship. Then another important duty of scrum master is that he or she is an impediment remover. Okay, so what kind of impediments can be, like there can be issues can be there can be dependencies on the like other teams, or maybe some other members which are not part of the current team, or maybe some organizational blockers are there where things are not flowing smoothly. So it will be your duty at times when team will not be able to do by itself, not able to remove those hurdles. Then it is your duty that you should full-fledgedly come in the doing mode. Okay, where you actually taking actions in order to remove those issues which team is unable to do. Okay, so and it would be the last step. Of course, first you have to make the team self manage, that you should make the team so strong that it itself is able to manage, or making it self manage, and it itself is able to remove those impediments. But in case they fail, then you have to come into the picture where you will be doing the job. Okay, now another thing is scrum master acts as this change agent. So if like your organization is new, okay, and you have been appointed as scrum master there, they don't know anything about this, they about the scrum agile, they don't know much. So you have to teach them all of it. And then there will be the mindset block as well, where they would not like to change the way of their working. So it is your duty to bring change there. Okay, and servant leader we already have discussed. So promoting those agile values and bringing that continuous improvement environment, empowering the team to change, and then you have to lead by serving them. So this is how a scrum master works in an organization. Okay, so we have come in the end of this video, where I have posted few questions. These questions are also like whatever videos we have covered till now. So I have brought some questions for you guys which we already have covered in our videos, but for for bringing that same critical mindset for you as well, I have brought these questions. So do practice these questions, like try to answer them by yourself first. But in case if you fail, then you can go through ChatGPT or through Gemini, and you can find answers for these questions, but first try to do it by yourself. Okay, so that's it for today. If you liked this video, then like, subscribe to this channel, and do comment below in case of any queries or any doubts. I'll be resolving them as soon as possible. Okay, so we'll be meeting in the next video. Till then, okay, bye bye, see you.